Hey, this is Seth Jump at anatomyonthego.com, and so today I'll answer this question for you. What is the tibialis anterior muscle and what does it do? So I love going into the woods and going backpacking. I love the simple living that comes along with it. Basically, I just put everything I need in a backpack, head into the woods, and just keep it simple. Usually, 24 to 48 hours after I go backpacking, my entire body is just torched. I can feel every single muscle on my body. I'm using these muscles in unique ways that I don't use on a daily basis. And one of those muscles is actually the tibialis anterior. And so when you climb a hill, in particular when you have some weight on your back, you need to use the muscles of the anterior leg to basically draw your boot up from the ground so you're not scraping your boot every step as you climb a hill, as you ascend. And so one of those muscles that you're using is the tibialis anterior. So that muscle is located as indicated by the blue arrow there, and it has two attachment sites. It has an origin and an insertion. If you watched some of my previous videos, you know that the origin is the attachment that is basically fixed. It doesn't really move, whereas the insertion then is the part that moves. It's moving something that it's attached to. So the origin is the lateral condyle of the tibia. This is the proximal portion of the tibia, basically at the level of the knee joint. And then we have the insertion is the medial cuneiform and the first metatarsal. So the cuneiform is actually one of the tarsal bones, and then the first metatarsal is actually just distal to that. And that is indicated in this picture. There's the medial cuneiform, and then right next to it, just distal to that, is the first metatarsal. So when the tibialis anterior contracts, it's actually going to pull up on the top of the foot, or the dorsum of the foot. And that action is actually called dorsiflexion. And so the other action that we can describe here is another action called inversion. So one action, dorsiflexion, drawing the top of the foot toward the shin, and then inversion is actually drawing the big toe toward midline. Drawing the little toe away from midline is an action called eversion, which is a lot harder to do than inversion, which is drawing the big toe toward midline. So collectively, these two actions, dorsiflexion and inversion. So when you are backpacking, you're performing these actions all the time, primarily dorsiflexion, but also inversion somewhat as well. So that's why when you ascend these hills, when you go into the woods, all kinds of muscles are torched, including your TA. So there's the TA. So if you'd like me to answer one of your questions, head over to anatomyonthego.com and email me, or hit me up on Facebook as well. But there's my email, seth@anatomyonthego.com. So hope you're doing well wherever you are, and I will talk to you later. See ya.